Looks like they're challenging each other. So top 4 tournament is on their way. Thank you very much who stuck with us through the whole day. This is absolutely amazing. I think today was very, very successful. Salty Orange Juice is the defending champion from my birthday event. And he is on the play for top 4 semifinals. I'm not sure what we're... Oh yeah? I'm not sure what's happening here, but we're just waiting for Salty Orange Juice to... Oh yeah, there you go. Perfect. Both opening hands. So what is the Dimir mill deck looking for in their opening hand? Turn 1 crab is really good. Out of the Orzhov tempo deck, they definitely want answers to their threats early on. It looks like they're keeping. Sorry. All right, turn 1 crab. Oh, this is going to be huge. He's going to go turn 2 crab with a Fable Passage that goes 6 cards, which is exactly the way they want this to start. Oh, that's a lot of cards to start with. So from here, he can go Mazemind Tomb into Guild Enforcer, but he doesn't. He simply holds up a counter magic with Drown in the Lock. Yeah, Drown in the Lock is very good. So I was right that a Doom Foretold Yorion deck was going to make top 4. And Gruul. This is exactly the start that the Dimir Rogues wanted. Although Elspeth here is a very good card. Great chump blockers. Yeah, Nightbot was a bit of a control freak. So the Mill Rogues deck is definitely going after Elspeth Conquers Death. Not Elspeth Conquers Death. Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. Clearly that card can be a severe threat, gaining life, adding blockers to the battlefield. This is exactly, yeah, see? Having blockers, now he's going to gain life, and he can escape them and do it all over again. Makes it hard for the Rogues deck to gain any traction, even though they have 2 crabs and 2 enforcers. What they're looking for now is pretty much a flyer to go over the top. Oh wow, playing a Yorion here would be really good as well. So they can bounce Elspeth. Basically resets all the loyalty. The Dimir Rogues deck just isn't finding any more gas. Mystical Dispute is good, but I'm not sure how good it is in this spot. I really like having an ECD here on his next turn. Even though ECD isn't exiling anything, what he can do is he can bring stuff back from his grave to the battlefield, which is exactly what he wants. You can be watching the other match, eh? See who wins. Just pop yourself into coverage room A or B and view one of the channels. I'm watching the Dimir Rogues. Yeah, but you gotta pop into the room first. Okay. Gotta click. There you go. That's fine. Top 4, here we go. And this Yorion deck is just putting out all the bricks. And it's attacking with no fear, knowing that it's going to create more blockers against those Guild Enforcers. Having 80 cards against a mill deck also helps prolong the game, giving them the advantage they need. Yeah, I definitely feel a Mystical Dispute coming on here. I mean, he doesn't have any really good targets for this anyway. And Salty Orange Juice is just adding more pressure to the board. Interesting. This just allows Salty Orange Juice to put more pressure on the board. Has more blockers. I think this Trees is behind the 8 ball, but they're still gonna try and attack Elspeth. I guess you got to. Yep. Getting a thief here is really good. Well, I'll just like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Cakey Bliss, cake for every occasion. Please check her out. I'd like to thank Sweet and Salty for being my backup admin, helping me with all of the tickets and stuff and behind the scenes. Wizard's Tower. Thank you very much for letting me use them as my prize support for today. They're the store, they're the LGS that I'm promoting. First place prize out of this top 4 gets a pre-release kit from Zendikar Rising. Second, third, and fourth. Second gets $25 store credit. Third gets 15, and fourth gets 10. If they're an international winner, then they can pick out singles value, and I will mail them out. Doom Foretold here by Salty Orange Juice is a very good play. It just means that what's going to end up happening is he's eventually going to start picking away at the board, and for him to have Elspeth that he can sacrifice and simply bring back just allows him to have a constant outlet for Doom Foretold on his side. I cannot believe the support and coverage today. Thank you very much for everyone who was following and watching. Even though I'm on a 7-minute delay, it was very hard to interact with the chat. And I do apologize for that. But thank you very much for watching. None of this is as fun or exciting if I don't have people watching. This Yorion here is definitely putting a dent on the Dimir Rogues deck. Oh, it's no longer round 6. Doom Foretold and Doom Foretold, eh? So what does he do? Does he bring Elspeth back? Does he play an ECD to kill his own Yorion? Does he play a Doom Foretold? I think playing an ECD here is probably the best bet. There's got to be something in his grave that he wants. Because if he plays ECD, what's that? 5 mana leaves him open with 2. Yeah. He's definitely got blockers, which is perfect. It's a tough spot. I don't know. I definitely feel like ECD is the better answer here. He gets rid of Yorion. He's got blockers for the Enforcer. Obviously, Loris is going to be played on the next turn, so he's got another answer in hand for that. Yeah. It really does feel like the best play. Really? I don't know. I don't think I would have sacrificed the Guild Enforcer. Yeah, he's just conceding. He must not have very many cards left in his library. Man, a mill deck can milled an 80-card deck. That is crazy. So Dimir Rogues takes game 1. That was pretty insane. Pretty insane. So, what does the Doom Foretold deck want to bring in? He's checking out his opponent's sideboard. Bringing in Sharp Typhoons is really good for the Dimir side. Just basically trying to become more of a control deck is what it wants to do. Whereas on the other side, Salty Orange Juice basically wants to turn... They want to bring in more answers to the board. They want to play more to the board. They want to have more answers for the board. Sweet and Salty has got the other matchup on her screen over there. And I'm not sure. I think it's still in game 1. See, for me, even though I have 80 cards, I would pretty much bring in my entire sideboard against the mill deck. I don't know, every time I've done it, I've been totally fine. Totally fine. Both players are taking full advantage of their time clock, although they only have 20 seconds each. Less than. 9 seconds, buddy. You better finish. Sideboarding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he ran out of time. He didn't sideboard. Yeah. Well, let's see what kind of hand he gets. He gets a Charming Prince, a Doom Foretold. The Dimir deck, I think it's gonna keep. They're both keeping. Okay, so let's see what happens. Salty Orange Juice is behind the 8-ball. It looks like he was unable to sideboard correctly, giving the Dimir mill deck the advantage. Yeah, I really like what's happening here. By playing another acquisition, even though they're not excellent answers to what the Dimir deck can do, it does pick their hand apart. Now with this Charming Prince, do you scry or do you bounce it? He's trying to go for all value here. By bouncing acquisition, he's going to force the Dimir deck to discard another card. Now who's on the mill plan? I guess it's not really mill since he's just taking cards out of his hand. Man, Gruul aggro against Gruul aggro. The Adventures deck mirror. Ugh. That is not a fun matchup. Sweet and Salty was telling me it's pretty much whoever goes first has a huge advantage in the entire round, which is not what you want. This is a very good mystical dispute here. So, Salty Orange Juice is definitely looking for land number 4. Especially since, well, he doesn't know, but Distress doesn't have a counter spell, so finding a land number 4 would be huge. Drawing a card and playing a shark. Very good, very good. Excellent trade, very good trade. Glass Casket, what do you hit? Makes a big footprint. Yeah, he does, yeah. So he went for the Thief, which is actually a good play because it slows down the mill process. And Salty Orange Juice is definitely behind the 8-ball with not having any... Oh, he got his 4th land, which is good. Here comes a Doom Foretold. It's going to force the mill deck to discard a card unless he has a flash threat, a permanent, which it doesn't look like he has. But he is going to... No, he's not. I thought he was going to Shark Typhoon and try and draw a card. He's getting rid of a Into the Story. Wow. Drawing more Into the Stories. Draw 3 cards. 4 cards. Oh. I forget the name of that card because it's hard to see. But this card gives everything -2/-2. I think. Something spawn. So an acquisition here is trying to force his hand. Does he use his counter magic now or does he wait? No, he holds it. Glass Casket, eh? Yeah. Here comes the counter magic. John of the Lock. Counters, Glass Casket. I mean, Salty Orange Juice has nothing to lose by attacking into the Shark. It's putting more pressure on him. His life total's at a safe amount. Ooh, this is where it gets interesting. Has he put enough pressure on him? Is the question. Yorion or Elspeth? So Yorion, I'm guessing he's gonna block. If he starts looping Yorion here, that's gonna be some pretty significant card advantage, which is exactly what he's gonna do. Now with acquisition, bouncing acquisition, he's forcing Dimir to continuously pick out his hand, discard cards. Which one's that? Here comes back Yorion, bouncing Charming Prince and acquisition again. Getting rid of that 7/7 is huge. 7/7 is a lot more threatening than a Thief, that's for sure. Oh, I'm hearing from the distance that somebody is already made it to the finals. Joel Fernandez is going into the finals. Can you find out what place he was in overall? It's okay, babe. I got it. Which is actually pretty amazing. So we got our first finalists from the Gruel Mirror, Joel Fernandez. Congratulations. Moving on to semifinals. Just ask him to stay in whatever coverage room he's in. Which room is he in? Yeah. Just pick a different channel. There you go, babe. The Mill Rogues deck has definitely put a lot of pressure on the battlefield here, even though their life total is lower than the Azorius Doom Foretold deck. I mean, Salty Orange Juice is definitely behind the 8-ball, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does. By bouncing the Glass Casket, he can hit a 5/5 Shark and bounce Charming Prince. And also, Sweet and Salty, if you can grab all the information from the person who didn't win for the prizing. Please and thank you. Oh, it's down to 7. Looks like Salty Orange Juice just might be out of this. Counter, a draw into the lock, a timely draw into the lock, and Salty Orange Juice goes down.